Ladies and gentlemen, warriors and dreamers, they told me I couldn't. They told me I shouldn't. They said the world had limits, that success was reserved for a chosen few. But I never listened because I knew better. I knew that the only limits that exist are the ones we accept. Look up. You see that? That endless sky stretching beyond the horizon, that's your destiny. That's your future. No walls, no ceilings, just space to rise, to climb, to soar. They say gravity pulls us down, but I say it's just a test testing how bad you want it, how high you're willing to jump, how much you're ready to fight. The doubters, they're just stepping stones. The haters, they're fuel for the fire. Every no is just an echo waiting to be drowned out by your victory cry. You see, life don't give you what you wish for, it gives you what you work for. It gives you what you sweat for, what you bleed for, what you sacrifice for. You want greatness, then act like it. Speak like it. Walk like it. Because the moment you believe you're meant for more, that's the moment you break through every so-called limit they put in your way. I don't care where you're from, what odds are stacked against you, what they said about you. The sky don't care either, it's waiting for you to take flight. So rise up, step up, and show the world what's possible. Because the sky ain't the limit. It's just the beginning. What is a limit? Is it a wall? A chain? A locked door? No, it's none of those things. A limit is just an idea, a belief, a whisper in your ear telling you that you can't. And the only way that whisper becomes real is if you believe it. People will try to put limits on you. They'll say you're not strong enough, not smart enough, not talented enough. But those are their limits, not yours. Just because they can't see the vision doesn't mean it's impossible. Just because they failed doesn't mean you will. History is filled with people who were told you can't, but they didn't listen. They refused to accept limits, and because of that, they redefined what was possible. Planes were impossible until someone flew. The 4-minute mile was unbreakable until someone ran it. Champions weren't supposed to rise from nothing, but time and time again they did. A limit is only real if you stop at it. The moment you push, the moment you refuse to accept it, it disappears. So when life tries to box you in, break the box. When people say stay in your lane, build your own road. When they say it's never been done before, tell them then I'll be the first. You are not your circumstances. You are not your past. You are not the labels they try to put on you. The only thing that defines you is your mindset, your will, and your refusal to accept anything less than greatness. So remember this, limits exist only in the mind. And if you don't accept them, they don't exist at all. The sky represents endless possibilities. Look up, what do you see? An open sky stretching beyond the horizon, beyond anything you can imagine. No walls, no barriers, just endless space. That sky, that's your future. That's what's possible when you refuse to be held down by fear, doubt, or the limits that others try to place on you. The sky doesn't ask where you came from. It doesn't care about your past, your struggles, or the people who told you no. It simply exists open and waiting for those bold enough to rise. Every champion, every legend, every success story started with a vision and idea that they could go beyond what anyone thought possible. The sky is a reminder that there is no ceiling on your dreams. You can go as high as your belief, as high as your effort, as high as your heart will take you. We'll think about the greatest pioneers, the ones who broke barriers, the ones who shattered expectations. They didn't just aim for what was easy. They aimed for the sky. They aimed for the impossible, and then they made it possible. The sky is limitless, and so are you. It doesn't matter where you start. It only matters how far you're willing to go. The only thing stopping you from reaching new heights is the belief that you can't. But the moment you decide you can, that's when you take off. So when life tries to hold you back, when people tell you to stay grounded, when fear tries to weigh you down, look up. Look at that sky. Because that's where you belong. Challenges test how bad you want success. Everybody wants success. Everybody wants to win. But the real question is, how bad do you want it? See, wanting something isn't enough. Saying you have a dream means nothing unless you're ready to fight for it. And life is going to test you. It's going to throw obstacles in your way, knock you down, and see if you have the heart to get back up. That's what challenges are. They're not roadblocks, they're tests. They separate the ones who are serious from the ones who are just talking. When things get tough, when the pressure is on, when the world tells you to quit, that's when you find out who you really are. Champions aren't made in comfort. They're made in struggle. They're made in those moments when everything seems against them, but they refuse to break. Every setback, every failure, every hardship, it's all part of the process. It's life asking you, how bad do you want it? And your answer is not in your words, it's in your actions. Are you willing to wake up early, stay late, sacrifice the parties, the distractions, the excuses? Or are you willing to push past the pain, the fatigue, the doubt? Because if you are, then no challenge can stop you. If you are, then every challenge you face is just another step on the path to greatness. So when life gets hard and it will, don't back down, don't run, stand tall, fight back, and show the world just how bad you want it. Because success isn't given, it's earned. And those who want it bad enough, they take it. Doubters and haters fuel your fire. Let them doubt you. Let them laugh. Let them tell you, you can't. Because every word they speak, every time they shake their heads, every time they count you out, they're giving you fuel. See, most people let doubters stop them. They hear negativity and start believing it. They let the words of small-minded people shrink their dreams. But champions are the opposite. They take every insult, every doubt, every ounce of hate, and they use it as motivation. When they say, you'll never make it, you say, watch me. When they say, you're not good enough, you say, I'll prove you wrong. When they laugh, when they criticize, when they count you out, that's when you dig deeper, train harder, push further. Because the truth is, haters don't hate you. They hate themselves. They hate that they never had the courage to chase their dreams, so they try to tear yours down. They see something in you that reminds them of their own failures. But their words can't stop you unless you let them. Some of the greatest champions in history were doubted. They were told they weren't fast enough, strong enough, smart enough, but they took that doubt, turned it into energy, and became legends. So the next time someone says you can't do it, smile. Thank them. Because every hater, every doubter, every critic, they're just handing you the fuel you need to burn even brighter. Every no is just an obstacle to overcome. How many times have you heard the word no in your life? No, you're not good enough. No, you don't have what it takes. No, it's impossible. Some people hear no and stop. They take it as a final answer, as if their dreams just got locked behind an unbreakable door. But champions, they don't hear no hear not yet. A no is not the end of your journey. It's a challenge. It's life testing you, seeing if you have the heart to keep going. Every rejection, every failure, every closed door is just another hurdle to jump over, another wall to break through. And guess what? You can break through them all. Look at history. The greatest athletes, the greatest leaders, the greatest innovators, they were all told no before they became legends. They were doubted, rejected, underestimated, but they didn't stop. They didn't let a no define them. Instead, they worked harder, they got better, and they turned every rejection into motivation. Well, think about it. If success came easy, everybody would have it. But the reason only a few reach the top is because they refuse to let no stop them. They use it as a lesson, a stepping stone, a reason to push even harder. So the next time someone tells you no, smile, because that means you're getting closer. That means you're on the right path. That means you have a chance to prove them wrong. Success comes from hard work, not wishes. Everybody wants success. Everybody wants the spotlight, the victory, the moment where the world finally recognizes them. But let me tell you something, wishing for success won't make it happen. Hoping, dreaming, talking about it, that's easy. Putting in the work. That's where champions are made. You can wish to be great, but if you're not willing to wake up early, stay up late, grind when no one is watching, then you're just chasing illusions. Success doesn't come wrapped in a gift box. It doesn't fall into your lap just because you want it. It comes to those who work for it, fight for it, sweat for it. Hard work is what separates the contenders from the pretenders. It's what separates the ones who say, I want it, from the ones who go out and take it. Look at the greatest champions, the legends who made history. They didn't sit around waiting for their moment, they created it. They trained when they were tired. They practiced when others quit. They pushed through pain, through doubt, through struggle. And that's why they won. So the next time you catch yourself saying, I want to be successful, ask yourself this, am I willing to put in the work? Because if you are, then there is no limit to what you can achieve. Success doesn't respond to wishes. It responds to hustle. It responds to discipline. It responds to grit. Your belief in yourself is the first step to greatness. Before anyone else believes in you, you must believe in yourself. Before success, before the victories, before the world recognizes your greatness, you have to see it first. Because if you don't believe, no one else will. Every champion, every legend, every history maker started in the same place with a dream. But a dream means nothing without belief. See, most people don't fail because they lack talent, skill, or opportunity. They fail because they don't believe they can win. And if your mind tells you you're not good enough, you've already lost. Belief is what separates the greats from the rest. It's what pushes you forward when everything is against you. When people doubt you, when life knocks you down, when the road gets tough, it's belief that keeps you going. Think about it. If you don't believe you can achieve something, will you put in the work? Will you push through the pain? Will you sacrifice? No, because in your heart, you already gave up before you even started. But when you believe, that's when everything changes. When you believe, you train harder. When you believe, you take risks. When you believe, you keep going no matter how many times you fall. The world will always have doubters. People will try to tell you what you can't do. But none of that matters if you know who you are. If you know that you are built for greatness, that you are meant for something bigger, then no amount of doubt can stop you. So before you chase your dreams, before you fight for success, lock this into your heart. You are capable, you are worthy, you are unstoppable. Because the moment you believe, that's the moment you take the first step toward greatness. Walk, talk, and act like a champion before you become one. Success doesn't start the moment you win, it starts the moment you decide to be great. Before the world calls you a champion, before the trophies, before the recognition, you have to carry yourself like one. Champions aren't made in a single moment. They don't wake up one day at the top. No, they build themselves long before the world sees them. They walk, talk, and act like winners before they ever wear a crown. If you wait until you succeed to start thinking and acting like a champion, you'll never get there. Because success isn't about luck, it's about mindset. It's about discipline, confidence, and the way you carry yourself every single day. So what does that mean? Walk like a champion, carry yourself with confidence, not arrogance, but certainty. Move with purpose. Step into every room like you belong there because you do. Talk like a champion. Champions don't speak defeat. They don't say I can or maybe one day. They speak power. They say I will. They say nothing can stop me. Their words fuel their actions. Act like a champion. Champions don't wait for the right time. They train, they prepare, they work when nobody's watching. They don't make excuses. They don't complain. They hold themselves to the highest standard even before success arrives. When you walk, talk, and act like a champion, you attract success. You prepare yourself for the moment when opportunity knocks. Because when that moment comes, it won't wait for you to get ready. You have to be ready. So don't wait for the title. Don't wait for the world to call you great. Be great now. Think great now. Move like a champion now. Because when you start carrying yourself like one, it's only a matter of time before the world sees it too. Your background does not define your future. Where you come from, that's just the starting point. It's not the finish line. Your past, your struggles, your circumstances, they don't decide how far you can go. Only you do. Too many people let their background become their excuse. They say, I wasn't born into wealth. I didn't have the right connections. I didn't get the opportunities others had. But let me tell you something, some of the greatest champions, the greatest leaders, the greatest success stories came from nothing. They weren't handed success, they fought for it. It doesn't matter where you start. It matters where you're willing to go. Your background may have given you challenges, but challenges build strength. Struggles teach resilience. Hardships make warriors. If life made you fight for everything, then congratulations, you were built for greatness. And I think about the ones who made it despite the odds, the ones who rose from poverty, from rejection, from failure. They didn't let their background become their prison. They made it their fuel. They used every setback as motivation. Every disadvantage as a reason to work harder. Every no as a stepping stone to success. People will try to put limits on you because of where you come from. They'll say people like you don't make it, but they're wrong because history proves them wrong. And if others before you have broken through, then so can you. So don't let your past hold you back. Let it push you forward. Take every hardship, every struggle, every moment of pain, and turn it into power. Your background is not your future. Your mindset is, your work ethic is, your heart, your hunger, your drive, that's what defines you. So rise up, break the cycle, and show the world that it's not about where you start. It's about where you're going. Nothing can stop you if you refuse to stop yourself. The only real obstacle in life is the one you put in front of yourself. If you don't quit, nothing can stop you. It's easy to let life, people, or circumstances dictate your path. It's easy to listen to the doubters, to the ones who tell you that you're not good enough, that it's too hard, that you're wasting your time. But those are just distractions. Real champions don't let anything stop them except themselves. The only time you truly fail is when you quit. Every other setback is just part of the journey, another lesson, another challenge, another chance to grow. Failure is not falling down, failure is staying down. And as long as you refuse to stay down, nothing can stop you from moving forward. When you're working towards something big, you'll face adversity. There will be times when things don't go as planned. You'll hit roadblocks, you'll feel pain, you'll face doubts. But here's the truth, all of those challenges are temporary. What's permanent is your decision to keep going. If you're determined, if you make up your mind that you'll keep pushing, no matter how many times you get knocked down, no matter how hard it gets, then you're unstoppable. Think about it, every champion, every person who has achieved greatness faced obstacles. They didn't avoid the pain. They didn't run from the struggle. They embraced it, knowing that success doesn't come without hardship. They understood that the key is not to avoid falling down, but to make sure you get back up every time. It's all about your mindset. If you've made the decision to never quit, you've already won. Because the truth is, if you refuse to stop, the world has no choice but to step aside. So no matter how tough it gets, no matter how many people try to tell you it's impossible, no matter how many times you fail, if you refuse to stop, you will succeed. Nothing can stop you if you refuse to stop yourself. You are your greatest ally or your greatest enemy. Choose wisely. Break through every barrier with confidence. Barriers exist to be broken. Every wall, every challenge, every limitation you face is an opportunity for you to prove your strength. And the key to breaking through them is confidence, the unshakable belief that no matter what stands in your way, you are capable of overcoming it. The world will tell you no. Life will throw obstacles in your path. People will try to hold you back. But what you must remember is that barriers only have power if you let them. Confidence doesn't mean that the obstacles won't be tough or that you won't struggle. It means you trust in your ability to rise above them. Think about every major achievement in history, every breakthrough. Every success was preceded by someone who refused to accept the limitations in front of them. Those who achieved greatness didn't let their circumstances define them. Instead, they looked at each barrier and said, this is just another test, another opportunity to prove that I'm stronger than this. To break through barriers, you must believe in your power, believe that you have the strength, the resilience, the mindset to face whatever comes your way. Confidence isn't about arrogance, it's about knowing that no matter how difficult the journey, you have the courage to keep going. When you approach a challenge with confidence, you're not intimidated. You see it as an invitation to grow, to push your limits, and to prove that you can handle anything life throws at you. Confidence tells you to take risks, to leap into the unknown, to step up to the plate when others hesitate. And when you break through those barriers, you don't just succeed, you change the game. Each time you push past a challenge, you redefine what's possible, not only for yourself, but for others watching you. You set an example that says, I can do it, so can you? So when you face obstacles, whether in your personal life, your career, or your journey to greatness, remember this, confidence is your weapon. The world may try to stop you, but if you walk with the belief that nothing can hold you back, you will break through every barrier. Your success is on the other side of fear, doubt, and limitation. Walk with confidence, break through the walls, and show the world who you really are. Rise up despite adversity. Adversity will come for you. It's a part of life, and it will find you at some point. You can't avoid it. But what you can control is how you respond when it knocks on your door. Adversity doesn't define you. How you rise in the face of it does. When you're going through tough times, it's easy to feel defeated, to feel like everything is stacked against you, like the weight of the world is too heavy to carry. But the truth is, the toughest people don't let adversity break them. They use it to fuel their rise. Adversity is the test of your character. It's the moment when life asks, how badly do you want it? And in that moment, you have a choice. You can either let the storm drown you, or you can rise above it, stronger, sharper, more determined than ever before. The greatest champions, the greatest leaders, the greatest stories in history, they didn't escape adversity. They faced it head on and kept moving forward, no matter how many times they got knocked down. They understood that every challenge is an opportunity to grow. Every setback is a chance to show the world your strength, your resilience, and your determination. When life tells you to quit, rise. When the world seems like it's crumbling, rise. When failure knocks you down, rise with a renewed belief that you can make it through. The road to success is never straight. It's filled with bumps, twists, and turns. But rising up despite adversity is what separates the ones who make it from the ones who give up. It's not about how many times you fall, it's about how many times you get back up and keep going. So when life gets tough, when obstacles seem insurmountable, remember this, adversity doesn't have the power to define your future. Only you do. When you rise with purpose, with strength, and with a deeper understanding that nothing can keep you down unless you let it. Rise up despite adversity and let the world see the power of your comeback. Show the world what's possible through action. Talk is easy, dreams are free, but success comes through action. You can have the most incredible ideas, the biggest vision, and the highest aspirations, but if you don't back them up with relentless action, they remain nothing more than fantasies. The world doesn't need more words. It needs proof. It needs results. It needs people who will show up every single day and put in the work. It needs people who are willing to take risks, to face challenges head on, and to keep pushing when everyone else says it's impossible. Greatness is not a byproduct of wishing. It's the outcome of a mindset backed by effort. The most successful people in history didn't wait for permission or an ideal moment. They created their moments through action. They took steps forward even when they didn't have all the answers. They acted on their vision no matter how many obstacles came their way. When you act, you send a message to the world that nothing can stop you. Every time you take that step, no matter how small, you show others that it's possible to push past fear, doubt, and hesitation. You show them that success is earned through effort, not luck. So don't just tell people about your dreams. Live them out. Show the world what's possible by your actions. Let your work speak louder than any speech or social media post ever could. Let your effort, your determination, your hustle be the proof that you are creating something extraordinary. When you show up consistently, when you push through the challenges, when you give everything you've got, you don't just reach your goals. You inspire others to do the same. You show them that anything is possible when you put in the work. Don't wait for the world to recognize your potential. Show them your actions will speak for you and they will make the world take notice. What's possible? Whatever you decide it is, and you make it possible through the steps you take today. The sky is not a limit, it's just the beginning. The sky is often seen as the highest point, the ultimate limit, the place where dreams end. But what if I told you the sky is not the limit? It's merely the beginning. For too long, people have been taught to settle, to accept a life that is good enough, to chase after goals that are within reach, but not too far. The sky represents potential, but it does not define your limits. The moment you accept the sky as your final destination is the moment you stop growing, you stop pushing, you stop striving for more. The greatness isn't found at the top of the sky, it's beyond it. The universe is vast and is full of infinite possibilities waiting for those who are bold enough to look beyond what's visible. The truly great don't stop at the horizon. They reach for the stars, they aim for the uncharted, and they chase after what seems impossible. Look at history. Every breakthrough, every innovation, every advancement was made by someone who refused to accept the sky as a limit. They reached beyond what the world thought was possible. They saw opportunities where others saw barriers. When you believe that the sky is the limit, you put a ceiling on your potential. But when you realize that the sky is just the beginning, you understand that there's no boundary to your dreams, no finish line for your growth. The only limits are the ones you set in your own mind. So why settle for less? Why stop when you've only scratched the surface? The sky is a starting point. Beyond it, that's where the true champions thrive. The universe is vast. Your dreams are limitless. The sky is not the limit. It's just the beginning of what you can achieve. Dream big, fight hard, and never back down. Dreams are the fuel that keeps us moving. Without them, we're just going through the motions, living life without purpose. But dreaming big isn't just about imagining what's possible. It's about setting your sights on something so great, so extraordinary, that it pushes you to become a version of yourself you never thought possible. When you dream big, you refuse to be limited by the smallness of your current circumstances. You look at the world around you and say, this is where I am, but this is not who I will always be. Big dreams demand bold action, and those who dare to dream big are the ones who change the world. But dreaming alone isn't enough. You've got to fight for those dreams. It's not enough to just talk about what you want. You've got to get in the trenches and grind day in and day out. There will be obstacles. There will be failures. There will be people who try to tell you that it's too hard or that it's not possible. But the ones who succeed are the ones who don't give up. Fighting hard means facing every challenge with determination, persistence, and a mindset that no setback can stop you. It means getting knocked down, getting back up over and over again. It means choosing to push through pain, doubt, and fear because you know your dreams are worth the fight. And then you've got to never back down. Life will test you. It will push you to your limits. It will try to break you. But the moment you decide to back down is the moment you lose. Winners never back down. They dig deeper. They find strength they didn't know they had. They refuse to let anything stop them. So if you want to make your dreams a reality, you have to commit to dreaming big, fighting hard, and never backing down. Don't just hope for success, fight for it. And when the going gets tough, remember this: the harder the battle, the sweeter the victory. If you stay focused, relentless, and refuse to give up, your dreams will become your reality. Dream big, fight hard, never back down. Remember this: you have everything within you to achieve greatness. Your potential is limitless. The world will try to knock you down, but you have the power to rise every time. Stay focused, stay driven, and never let anything or anyone tell you what you can't do. The road may be tough, but it's worth it. Keep pushing, keep fighting, and keep believing in yourself, because your time is now. Step into your greatness and show the world what you're made of. Nothing can stop you if you refuse to stop yourself. The future is yours, go take it.